Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. I'm Tom Malone, the CEO of the BC Football Hall of Fame. It's great to see so many of our football families and friends here today to celebrate those outstanding individuals and team, and to help us move another step closer to making Bob Ackel's dream come true. A very special welcome to those of you who traveled so far and any distances to attend. We sincerely appreciate you being with us. We have a number of our BC Football Hall of Fame alumni with us, as well as members of the BC Lions alumni. As you can see, we have a nicely packed room. So once again, welcome everyone. We're here today to celebrate the 2018 class of inductees, our 8th class to the BC Football Hall of Fame, celebrating outstanding contributors across all levels of football in British Columbia. Before we get rolling, I have a few housekeeping things to mention. We will be celebrating all of the individual inductees, so when we call your names, please come up on stage on my left and exit on my right. Up on the left, down on the right. During the presentation, please pause for a photo opportunity with our presenters. We have a nice X on the stage here. If you'd kindly stand on it, that would be appreciated. In the case of the teams, for those players that are with us today, we will also be calling you up individually later in the program. Same thing for your presentation, please pause for a photo opportunity. Due to time constraints, the number of celebrants we have, there'll be no speeches required. At the end of the formal part of the program, we will ask that all of the recipients remain behind and come up to the front for some group photos and a team photo. After the group pictures, you're free to go to your seats until the end of the first quarter, when we ask that you meet us on the ramp behind your section 221, and we will go to the field from there. After the group photos, we will also provide you with a security bracelet which you'll need to get to the field level. So don't forget to ask for one after your photo opportunity. So to get things rolling into the formal part of the program, I'd like now to call on the chair of the BC Football Hall of Fame, Scott Ackles, to kick things off. Scott.
Welcome to Wally World, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks so much for coming this afternoon. And it truly is my pleasure. We have a full house today, and we've got a lot of people here. So now that all of our inductees and their families are seated, what I'd like to do, and I'm going to ask everybody behind the stanchions. Not everybody will be able to make it into this area, but if you can respectfully stand on the sides if you'd like to move forward, so you can get a better vantage point on the sides, along the walls here on both sides. Please, if you'd like to move forward and move into this area, we'd really like to have you up here and to be able to be a part of the program. And be respectful of the inductees when they are called up to the stage, so they can make their way up here in a timely fashion. I really appreciate that. So everybody, please make your way forward. That would be very much appreciated. Thanks, everybody. So as you know, this is our 8th induction ceremony of the BC Football Hall of Fame. Sorry, Wally, but I'm just going to have to put this down now. And as you know, Bob Ackles had a dream. His dream was to develop a BC Football Hall of Fame for all football fans across British Columbia. Football was Bob's passion, and he began as a water boy and eventually worked his way through the CFL, NFL, and the XFL. And with all Bob's success, he never lost touch with the grassroots of football and the importance it plays in our local communities. And this is one of the many reasons that he wanted to leave a legacy that would honor our football heroes of yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and particularly to recognize the unsung heroes from the amateur football ranks. As in the past, our 2018 inductees are an outstanding group of individuals, as well as a team, as well as an organization, who have brought excellence and pride to football at all levels of British Columbia. Our nominations committee has worked diligently to bring forward this year's pool of nominees, and I would like to thank especially Larry Rita, and everyone on the nominations committee who worked with our new chair, George Oswald. Larry and George, thank you so much. Let's have a round of applause for Larry and George. Thanks so much for all your hard work, gentlemen. I'd also like to take a moment again to thank Jack Farley, our previous chair, for all of his hard work and dedication since the Hall came into being. Jack has been with us since 2008 and done an outstanding job in helping us to induct over 100 individuals and several teams into the BC Football Hall of Fame over the last 8 years. Our trustees and directors have worked equally hard over the past year in all facets of our operations and in the final approval process. For this year's class, I'd like to thank Maury Keith, Dennis Skulski, Kay Ackles, Louis Pasaglia, Larry Reed, of course, George Chaika, Bernie Pascal, George Oswald, and of course Daryl Moriyama, who are here with us today. So thank you very much, everybody. And I'd also like to thank all of our Hall of Fame alumni and of course our BC Lions alumni. Let's hear it for our BC Lions alumni, folks. So much for being here this afternoon and helping us to induct our members into the BC Hall this evening. And to those of you who have traveled some very long distances, I know Coach Ritchie, Dave Ritchie, Dave's, you've come a long distance to be here. Thank you so much. On a more somber note, we have lost some of our football heroes over the past year, and I want to mention the passing of James Quick Parker, who was inducted into the BC Football Hall of Fame as an athlete in 2014. And of course, Coach Lauren Cullen, inducted in 2011. In fact, Lauren Cullen is the reason that we're all here today. In fact, Bob's dream he couldn't achieve it without having Lauren Cullen inducted into the BC Football Hall of Fame. And I know that his son, Chris, is here. And so without Lauren Cullen, we may not all be standing here tonight. So I want to acknowledge Lauren's passing as well. And of course, Matt Phillips, a builder in 2016. I'd also like to thank our partners, the Vancouver Sun, the Province, TSN Radio, Business in Vancouver, and especially Rick Lawlisher and the BC Lions Football Club for his outstanding support of our organization, and of course the Lions' outstanding support of our organization year after year, providing resources, staff, and the opportunity for all football fans to recognize our inductees before the game today at this reception, as well as during the halftime celebration this afternoon. We're honored that we're part of Wally's honor as well. We remain a virtual hall over the past 10 years. We continue to search for a bricks and mortar solution. However, we now have two outstanding exhibits, one at the BC Sports Hall of Fame and the other at the Richmond Olympic Oval, where we have just renewed our partnerships there. At both locations, our exhibits will continue over the next few years, and our thanks to those organizations for partnering with us and for allowing us to exhibit, to some measure, our rich history of football in British Columbia. Special thanks to the representatives of both of those organizations. I'd like to say thank you to John Mills and to Jason Kita at the Oval, and of course Tom Mayonet and Jason Beck at the BC Sports Hall of Fame. Finally, we have received donations from many of you who are here today, and we can't thank you enough for those donations and the support that you give to us, whether that's your expertise and or your time. We really appreciate it. It's been an incredible partnership that we've had with several of you in the room here, and it's certainly what keeps us moving forward. Thanks to those of you who have helped us and continue to work with us in making Bob's dream a reality. On this note, I would like to offer a special thanks to Corey Bagnall. I didn't get a chance to meet Corey and his wife, Deanna, but I believe that he's here in the audience today. Corey, are you here today? Corey Bagnall? Please raise your hand. Oh, there you are. Thanks so much. I would like to acknowledge Corey and his wife, Deanna, as the BC Football Hall of Fame was just made a donation by Corey through his efforts with his employer, FedEx. His organization reaches out to all their employees and say, hey, is there an organization that you would like to donate to? Never met Corey before, and I don't think any of our board of directors has, and Corey selected the BC Football Hall of Fame to donate $1,500 US. So, Corey, Deanna, thank you so much. And I'd also like to acknowledge Larry Doan, who is here this afternoon. Larry is a member of the Vancouver Dolphins, who are a team that was inducted in 2017. And on behalf of the Vancouver Dolphins and the Jack Gin Family Foundation, they too have just donated $1,500 to the BC Football Hall of Fame. Thank you so much, guys. Great to have you here today. This evening we have a very special guest joining us this evening, and I would like for everybody to show your Lions pride, your CFL pride as we welcome to the stage the Commissioner of the CFL. I'd like you to introduce Randy Ambrosi. Randy, please come to the stage.
Well, Scott, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's an honor and a privilege to be here tonight to welcome and introduce and be part of all of these amazing inductees who are going into the BC Football Hall of Fame. Of course, Coach Buono has an important game tonight and even a more important game next weekend in the Eastern semifinal. The guys at the Notre Dame Jugglers, the 1968 Jugglers, the coach is probably going to be making decisions tonight about how he plays his team given the intensity of next weekend's game. So he's thinking of platooning some of you in later on. So go easy in the first half on the cold beer because the coach might need you later on. We're here in large part because we all love football. And certainly Bob Ackles loved football. And he loved it for good reasons. I travel the country and I have an opportunity to stand in front of people like yourselves and meet people like yourselves. And I find from coast to coast, there's an appreciation and a love of this game that is an important part of what makes Canada special. But I think if we were to step back from it all, we would realize that football is important for very good reasons. Because you can't find a game like it. I'm fond of saying, show me a game in the world where you can take kids that are big and small and wide and thin and fast and slow and every combination in between, and they can find a home on a football field. Show me a game in the world where this year we will have CFL All-Stars who will tip the scales in the neighborhood of 350 pounds, and we'll also have CFL All-Stars who will tip the scales in the range of 160 pounds. Show me a game in a world where you can have that kind of diversity of athlete and all of them can contribute and feel part of a group of brothers and sisters that are playing together. At a time in the world that we are in now where our kids are searching for their identities, they're struggling for confidence, there could be no better place for our kids than in a football locker room and being part of a football team, because football teams are special. It creates an environment where you create this sense of belonging. You feel that you're part of something. There's an inclusion in a locker room that is incredibly special. And folks, I'm here to tell you, we need more football, not less football. We have to work harder together to build the game of football, to grow the game of football. I think for too long, the Canadian Football League has been thinking and working at the Canadian Football League. And today, I'm happy to say that I'm committed to working with all levels of football, college and amateur football, to work together to grow the game. We have to find a way to welcome more kids in. We have to change the narrative on the safety of the game. This game has never been played more safely than it's being played today. The coaches like Coach Buono and all the coaches in our league at all levels are teaching better techniques. They're teaching safer techniques, and we're working hard with our players to make the game safer because we need kids to play this great game of football. Bob Ackles loved the game of football for good reasons. We are here tonight in large part because of that love of football. But we're here because we all love football together. So ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and a privilege to be part of this family, the football family here in Canada. I wish all of the inductees my heartiest congratulations on behalf of the CFL Board of Governors and all of our teams. I hope you have a great evening. And Coach, good luck tonight, and good luck as you head into the playoffs. And ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Thank you, Randy. Don't go too far, we'll need you in a few minutes. Well, this is a Hall of Fame event, as we said, and what better way to take us all the way to the end zone than one of this province and country's premier Hall of Famers. He's a member of the Canadian Association of Broadcasters Hall of Fame, the BC Sports Hall of Fame, the BC Hockey Hall of Fame, and is an all-around booster of enhancing the image of sports and various charities. In addition, he's a trustee of the BC Football Hall of Fame and a key member of our nominations committee. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Bernie Pascal.
Thank you very much, Tom, and it's a special day for football in British Columbia. I'd like to acknowledge and welcome all other trustees, directors, representatives of the BC Lions, CFL Commissioner Randy Ambrosie, members of the selection committee, members of the media, past inductees, and all football fans. This is a proud and momentous occasion, the introduction of another elite class of inductees into the British Columbia Football Hall of Fame. The BC Football Hall of Fame is extremely proud of the outstanding history of football in BC today. Bob Ackel's dream is a reality. We add another dimension of football expertise, talent, and credibility with the introduction of the class of 2018 inductees. Leading off, the CFL Bob Ackles Award. It's a very special award supported by the CFL and awarded annually for outstanding contributions to Canadian football. The presenters of this award, representing the CFL, Commissioner Randy Ambrosie, BC Football Hall of Fame Director Kay Ackles, and Board Chair Scott Ackles, will make the presentation. His CFL coaching career has spanned 3 decades in Calgary and BC. He's won 7 Grey Cup championships, 5 as a coach and 2 as a player. He joined the Lions in 2003 and within 2 years led the Lions to a Grey Cup appearance and followed that with a Grey Cup championship. With the Lions, he served in many capacities: head coach, general manager, and vice president of football operations. He's the all-time leader in coaching wins in the CFL, 4-time CFL Coach of the Year, inducted into the Canadian Football Hall of Fame, and today, the BC Football Hall of Fame proudly announces the recipient of the CFL Bob Ackles Award, Wally Buono. Wally. Wally has another commitment, but we want to get him over here quickly. Congratulations. What a fantastic career and what a great honor.
Oh, thank you very much, everybody. Bob Ackles was a very special football man, but he was also a very special friend. And Kay and Scott and his whole family have been very good friends of ours, and I do thank you for that. And I think, as we all know in life, when you get an award, it's never about you. It's always about all the people around you, and I've had a tremendous amount of support. I do want to thank David Braley, too. He's been very good to the football club and to myself, and I do want to acknowledge his support. So thank you very much.
And go Lions go, right, tonight. In the athlete category, I'd like to welcome the presenters, members of the CFL and BC Halls of Fame, and board member Louis Pasaglia, and director Kay Ackles. Inductees in this category must have attained a high degree of excellence and brought recognition and honor to BC football on a national and provincial or international level. He played 10 seasons in the CFL, all with the BC Lions. He had an impressive career playing in the Vancouver Junior Football League before joining the Lions. Injuries delayed his early playing days, but he went on to be an All-Star in the Western Conference and a CFL All-Star. He was a key member of the 1964 BC Lions Grey Cup championship team. Part of the infamous Headhunters, he was named the Lions' 50th anniversary Dream Team and immortalized on the BC Lions Wall of Fame. He passed away in 2008. The BC Football Hall of Fame proudly welcomes inductee Mike Kasich. Accepting the induction award is daughter Audrey and granddaughter Bailey. Come on up. Great, thank you. Congratulations. Our next inductee, one of the most colorful players in BC Lions history. He was known for his ferocious style and flashy orange shoes. He joined the Lions in 1979 after a great career at SFU. He played 82 games with the BC Lions. In 1982, was named a West Division and CFL All-Star at defensive end after posting a career high 14 sacks, recovering 8 fumbles, blocked 3 kicks, and an interception for a touchdown. He won a Grey Cup in 1985, played 113 games in the CFL, retired with Saskatchewan in 1987. He was voted a member of the 25th and 50th BC Lions Dream Teams. A popular member of the BC Lions and the CFL, the BC Football Hall of Fame proudly welcomes inductee Nick Hebler. Nick. Our next inductee in the athletes category. He ranks among the BC Lions' all-time greatest defensive linemen. He played 142 games for the Lions over 9 seasons. He played 160 games in the CFL with the Lions in Saskatchewan. Following a stellar career at SFU, he joined the Lions in 1981. He was a member of the 85 Grey Cup team. He had a career of consistency, named the most valuable Canadian in the 1983 Grey Cup game. He was voted a member of the Lions' 50th anniversary Dream Team and unfortunately passed away in 2016. He donated his brain to the Canadian Concussion Center for research. A true all-star in many respects. The BC Football Hall of Fame proudly welcomes 2018 inductee Rick Klassen. Accepting Rick's induction is his daughter Kim.
That's what we were told.
A graduate of Vancouver College and inducted into their Hall of Fame, he competed in both football and basketball. He won the Best Back Award in 1966. He attended the University of Tulsa on an NCAA scholarship. Later transferring to Simon Fraser University, played for the Clan from 69 to 71. He was the starting middle linebacker on the Clan's 1970 undefeated team. Selected by the Lions in the 71 supplemental draft, he actually finished his career with the Lions, but made a major impact as well with other teams. Played with the Edmonton Eskimos and Montreal Alouettes, won a Grey Cup in Edmonton in 75, and again in 77 in Montreal. The BC Football Hall of Fame proudly welcomes in the amateur athlete category, John Beaton. John. Congratulations, John. Our next inductee in the athlete category. He was a star quarterback and one of the best passers ever at the high school and university levels. After a great career in Port Moody Secondary, he headed south to the University of Las Vegas. Played 2 seasons in Nevada before joining the SFU Clan from 2001 to 2004. He helped SFU win a Canada West Championship, equaling 5 school records, including yards passing in a game, 483, and consecutive passes without an interception, 242. He's been coaching at McCollum High School in San Antonio, Texas. The BC Football Hall of Fame proudly welcomes 2018 inductee J.R. Davies. JR is unable to be with us tonight. He's coaching a game in Texas, accepting the honor, former teammate and SFU alumni member Luke Perm. Our next inductee in the athlete category, a perennial high school football all-star with the Notre Dame Jugglers. He played with their championship team of 1989, led the province in rushing in 1990, and was a BC all-star. He also played with the Renfrew Trojans and was a 3-time Canadian all-star. He followed that by having a prolific career at UBC, winning the Vanier Cup in 97 and led Canada West in rushing in 98 and 99. He led Canada West in scoring and touchdowns in 1998, setting the Canada West record for yards rushing, 1,417. Twice nominated for the Heck Crichton Award. It was a career of many records. The BC Football Hall of Fame proudly welcomes inductee Akbal Singh. Akbal. the builders category, they attained a high degree of excellence and brought honor to football in BC through ongoing dedication in building of athletes, teams, and the sport of football. Making the presentations, trustee and CFL Hall of Famer and BC Football Hall of Fame builder Larry Rita, and nominations committee chair and BC Football Hall of Fame builder George Oswald. Our first inductee played an integral role in the overall development of community and high school football in our province. He was a director, president of the North Delta Football League. He instituted the punt, pass, and kick program, added division football, 9-man football, as well as all-star games. He mentored his 2 sons in the game. He also coached at North Delta Secondary along with his friend Walt Becker. He served as president of the Vancouver Mainland Football League. In 2010, he was honored with a Builders Award at the Orange Helmet Awards. His son Mitch was a keen student of his coaching, and as we all know, Mitch went on to win a Super Bowl with Pittsburgh. The BC Football Hall of Fame proudly welcomes 2018 inductee Don Berger. We asked Mitch to assist in the presentation. This is the first father and son combo in the BC Football Hall of Fame. What an honor. Congratulations, Don, and thank you, Mitch. Our next inductee in the builders category, he admits to 2 keen passions, education and football. As a player, he played for Notre Dame and the CYO. He attended both UBC and SFU and obtained a teaching degree. He started teaching at Vancouver College and then back to Notre Dame. Later, he moved on to SFU as an assistant coach and head coach. He was there for 10 years, guiding the Clan to an undefeated season in 1970. 31 players from the Clan under his coaching went on to play in the CFL. He moved back to high school football in 1980 as head coach of Vancouver College. He also coached Holy Cross Secondary. He witnessed firsthand the development of many top players in BC, Saglia, Jackson, Hebler, Kadaba, and others. The BC Football Hall of Fame proudly welcomes inductee Bob DeJulius. Also in the builders category, our next inductee had a very impressive career in the CFL. His first stint as head coach started in BC with the Lions. In 3 seasons, he had a record of 31, 22, and 1 while leading the Lions to the 1994 Grey Cup. He later coached Montreal and Winnipeg. With the Blue Bombers, he recorded 108 wins. A big supporter of amateur football, especially while he was in BC. He was inducted into the Winnipeg Blue Bombers Hall of Fame, and he's a former CFL Coach of the Year. We are proud to say he's a member now of the BC Football Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome Dave Ritchie. Also in the Builders category, he was one of premier football officials in BC. Respected nationally and provincially, he officiated many games at the minor, high school, and university levels. He played in the juvenile Big Four with the Marilomas and junior Big Four with the Red Raiders. He's been an official at the College Bowl, Archbishop's Trophy game between Vancouver College and Notre Dame more than 20 times. He's been an instructor and the official CFL communications coordinator for Empire Stadium and BC Place for over 30 years. He was head referee for the first ever lingerie league game in BC. At elementary, that must have been fun. An elementary school teacher for 32 years. He has served for many years and is a lifetime member of the BC Football Officials Association. The BC Football Hall of Fame proudly welcomes 2018 inductee Wayne Steele. Wayne.
Thanks, guys.
The next inductee category, the media, must have attained a high level of excellence and made a strong contribution to the enjoyment of football in British Columbia through the medium of print, radio, television, or any similar form of media. Making the presentation is Scott Ackles, and I'll be happy to join Scott in this presentation. For 43 years, he was synonymous with football media coverage in British Columbia, the face of the BC Lions coverage on the sports pages of the Vancouver Sun. He began his media career at the Sun in 1978, working with another past inductee, Lyndon Little. He became a sports columnist in '91 and continued his passion in covering the Lions and the Canadian Football League. He would close out the final 18 years of his illustrious career at the Vancouver Sun, covering the BC Lions. He was inducted into the Football Reporters of Canada CFL Hall of Fame in 2014. The BC Football Hall of Fame proudly welcomes 2018 inductee in the media category, Mike Beamish. Mike. Our next award is presented from time to time as a special recognition award. Those who have made a significant contribution to football in our province. Those who normally don't qualify for induction under the other categories. The BC Football Hall of Fame Special Award, and we'll ask Scott Ackles to make the presentation. The Vancouver Island Raiders made an immediate impact in junior football in BC. Founded in 2005, led by head coach Matt Blocker and team owner Hadi Abbasi, a 4-year stretch from 2006 to 2009. The Raiders were the most dominant junior team in Canada. They finished in first place each year, won the BC Championship, Cullen Cup in all of those seasons. They recorded 6 BC titles, 7 of 8 from 2006 to 2013. The Raiders won the Canadian Bowl Championship 3 times. As of 2018, the 2009 Raiders are still the last team from BC to win the Canadian Championship. Many players starred in their program. One especially, Andrew Harris, won a Grey Cup and continues to star with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. The Raiders are special, and the BC Football Hall of Fame honors the winners of this special award. Vancouver Island Raiders Junior Football Club. Accepting the award, Hadi Abbasi and Kabal Atwal.
Here, guys. Congratulations.
Our next inductee in the team category attained a high level of excellence and brought recognition, honor to football in BC at a provincial or national level, and team members are recognized as part of a team in terms of induction. We ask Louis Passaglia and Leroy Simon to make this presentation. It was a definite dynasty in BC, beginning in 1968, over a 26-year period from 1968 to 1993. Notre Dame Jugglers captured 14 provincial titles while competing in the provincial championships a total of 18 times, included a pair of three-peats. The 1968 team boasted a 9-0 record, scored 276 points, allowed just 13. The program has gone on to be one of the most prolific in all of BC high school football, winning a multitude of senior provincial championships, 6 junior titles, 5 grade 8 titles. The 1968 team is celebrating its 50th anniversary in 2018. The BC Football Hall of Fame welcomes in the team category the 1968 Notre Dame Jugglers. Head coach Al Blesh. Head coach Al Blesh, team captains Bill Bresta and Brent Diaco will accept the award. Did I say they were a speedy team? Congratulations, that's the team award. And now the individual player awards for management. Al Blesh, head coach. George Oswald, coach. Phil Ledoux, coach. One at a time. Al Blesh, first off. George, make your way up so we can get close to the stage, and Phil as well. Also a member of the coaching staff, George Oswald. George. Also a member of the coaching staff, Phil Ledoux. Phil. Coach Bill Cole. And manager Farrell Taphorn. Farrell, come on up. Now the players from the 1968 Notre Dame Jugglers. Number 5, defensive halfback, Paul Owens. Could the other players just follow so we can get moving? Thank you. Number 17, corner linebacker, Vince Zaccaro. Number 21, the offensive halfback, Ennio Benvenuto. Offensive halfback, Nick Zaccaro. Nick. Halfback, Sal Giacomatza. Quarterback, Dave Durante. Dave. Tackle, Jim Levis. Jim. Guard, John Rink. Guard and team co-captain, Joe Gleska. And Benny D'Alfonso. Center, Joseph Smith. John McClellan. The end, Dennis Olenek. Dennis. Tackle Chris Beaton. And Kirk Duncan. Tackle Tony Ricci.
Number 5 orange right here. Number 5 orange. I want to thank the Academy.
Brent Dyko, halfback. Brent. Members of the BC Lions alumni, you're asked to go into the stadium at field level. They need you right now, the BC Lions alumni. And Mike Comparelli. Halfback John Panicelli. And there was one other guy on that team. He was in grade 9, got to play a little bit. Louis Pasaglia. Let's hear it for the 1968 Notre Dame Devils. There will be an inductee group photo at the end of the formal proceedings. Then group pictures taken on the stage as follows: the individual inductees as a group and the team as a group. So hold on, we'll have some more photos here, but thank you so much for your patience, and let's salute all 2018 inductees. Thank you.
Congratulations, everybody, and I can't thank Bernie Pascal enough for the work that he does with this organization. Bernie, great job once again. Thank you so much, Bernie. And of course, congratulations to all of the 2018 inductees, the team, and of course, a special award for the Vancouver Island Raiders. So, everybody, thank you so much, and thank you for putting on your jerseys, gentlemen. We hope you have a great evening tonight. I'd also like to encourage everybody in the room to please make a nomination to whoever your football hero is in amateur football in this province. We need for people like you and this football family to identify those who do outstanding work to help grow the game of football. So once again, everybody, thank you so much. And you can do that by going to the BCFootballHallOfFame.com, our website. So nominate your hero today. And that's about a wrap, everybody. Thank you so much. Go Lions, go! Let's wish them all the best for the rest of the season. Of course, the playoffs coming.